Welcome back to Season 5, Episode 2 of the Vlogcast. Mike and Natalie here. We're talking about sustainability reports. In last episode, Natalie explained why a company should publish a sustainability report. Let's talk about, how does it work? So a sustainability report, the word I hear typically is a framework. Just like you want to build a house, it needs a frame. If you want to write a sustainability report, it needs a frame or a framework.
Good analogy.
Thank you. What does a framework look like for a sustainability report, and kind of what are the commonly used ones?
Yeah, so a framework basically tells you what to put in your report and how to structure it. So the most widely used and comprehensive framework out there is GRI, or the Global Reporting Initiative.
Okay.
And that's usually what Foresight uses to guide clients through the reporting process. And it basically is divided up into economic, social, and environmental, and it has various topics under each of those categories. And then a company uses that, and then usually there's a GRI content index included at the end of the report to summarize everything that's been included.
That's the dry stuff, right? You put that at the end, and then you try to keep it lively in the report?
Exactly. Yeah.
What if let's say I want to write a sustainability report and it's the GRI framework, do I have to use all the headings, or can I kind of pick and choose which ones I want?
You can pick and choose, and
Nice.
A materiality assessment often informs what topics you include in your report, and we can get into the details of that maybe in another episode.
Probably.
But yeah.
Okay, so you don't have to do all the things laid out in the GRI, but you pick the ones that you think are material or interesting to your stakeholders, and then you publish on those, and then you have that thing at the end. When you set up a framework, typically how long does a sustainability report, how long are they usually?
It can vary in length. That's a good question. It can be 5 pages, it can be 100 pages. But sometimes a lot of companies will link to information on their website to condense the size. So that's one option.
Could you do a GRI framework on your website? Could you do it I'm going to do a web sustainability report, or does it have to be more of a PDF format?
It can be on your website. Yeah, you can definitely get creative with it. Yeah, whatever works for the company.
Yeah, I've been hearing other companies start to talk about that and say, hey, we're going to make this live instead of a static report that gets done one time per year. We're going to do something more like live. That's interesting.
Yeah, and another important thing to note is that public or private companies can use the GRI standard, and
nice.
It can be a large or small company. So anyone can use the GRI framework to structure their report.
Well, there you go. Now you know how to frame out a sustainability report, and you know what the words or the letters GRI stand for. We'll talk to you next time. Goals, sustainable development goals. It's a tough life.